bring us two absolute martinis. You know how I like them straight up. And then precisely 7 1/2 minutes after that, you're gonna bring us 2 more. Then 2 more after that every 5 minutes until one of us passes the fuck out.
It's up to each and every one of you, my highly trained Stratonites, my killers who will not take no for an answer. My fucking warriors will not hang up the phone until their client either buys or fucking dies!
Well. GM. G. To the L. Morning, my friends. DJs, Diamond Hand fam, Forge and Fuel crew, super soldiers, pioneers, 1%ers, pivoters, pursuers, builders, brothers and sisters, hermanos y hermanas, mamas y papas, anyone I may have left out and anyone in between. welcome back. And welcome into the best way to start your day. It's time to get fired up at Forge and Fuel. Baby.
Woo!
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 Woo! Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah!
That's right, my friends. You're tapped in, checked in, tuned in live in prime time to the one show in all the land where we allow the cream to rise to the top. And we show the world what 1%ers can really be as we take a nice little sip off the cup of motivation, baby. Good morning, Vietnam! My friends, if you don't know, you won't know, but I am your humbled, honored, and clearly always hyped host, Colton Capp Sroka. And I can't thank you enough for choosing to stop by, hang out with me and my guy, and dive down some motivational and inspirational rabbit holes unlike any other. And let me be the first to tell you that we got one hell of a show on tap for you
Another
here
one.
on this magnificent Monday morning. It is April the 7th, 2025, and I hope you're ready to come alive because we got more motivation, more inspiration, more good vibrations, and more high-level conversation coming your way on episode 703 of Forge and Fuel than you're going to know what to do with, baby. But before we dive in, before we can officially get into those aforementioned vibes, before we can tap into any mindsets on the opposite side, I must humbly ask you to do a few things. Maybe, just maybe, if you can find it in that big old heart of yours to do so this morning, maybe you could take a quick moment to smash that subscribe button on whatever platform you are currently ingesting the Forge and Fuel podcast on. If you are watching on YouTube, you might as well hit that notification bell located right over in this direction somewhere next to that subscribe button so you never miss the start of a live show or any additional content dropping here on the channel. And if you're enjoying this morning's program, you might as well hit that like button over here yonder right about this direction one time for the one time so you can help that algo go and flow on the old tube of the U variety. But maybe you don't like the YouTube. Maybe you like a little more censorship-free platform like the RUMBLE. And if you're tuning in over there this morning, maybe you could think about smashing a subscribe button. Maybe turning on a notification bell. And maybe even crushing a like button as well. And letting the people know that the algo is going and flowing on the rum bell. But maybe you don't like either one of those platforms. Maybe your viewing platform of pleasure doubles as your platform of seeking the truth. Maybe it is your everything app, as the owner of said app wants to turn it into, formerly known as the Bird app, now as the X app. If you're watching over there, my friends, maybe you could think about hitting that heart. Maybe you could think about smashing that repost and even crushing that quote post and letting the people know on your X timeline why you've decided to tune in live in prime time to Forge and Fuel this morning. And last but not least, if you are listening to this podcast on your favorite podcast directory, like Apple, Amazon, or maybe even watching on Spotify, maybe you could take a moment to give us a follow, leave us a 5-star rating, or in all honesty, please just take a moment to smash the shit out of whatever button you see on your screen, because it only helps us grow and flow on all those platforms as well. Nah, man.
Yeah, buddy.
Shout out to all you beautiful.
Thank you very much. That's really nice. Thank you.
To all you beautiful human beings, tapped in, tuned in, locked in live in prime time that have already smashed the shit out of all of those buttons. We can't thank you enough for helping us go and flow in the algo and helping us hit as many eyes, ears, and hearts as possible. But maybe you haven't hit any of those buttons. Maybe you're just staring at me saying, why the hell do I got to do that, CAPP? Well, my friends, maybe this show makes you laugh. Maybe this show makes you cry. Maybe this show makes you think. Maybe this show makes you go, I never thought of it that way for. And if so, don't be a hoe, share the show, be a friend, tell a friend, let somebody know, and we will proceed with this morning's program.
Don't be rude.
Don't be rude. That's right, my friends. Please don't be rude. Just help us get out there in the algo so we can continue to grow and flow and help you get in the right mindsets in the most people possible on this flat plane or floating rock, whatever you want to look at it as. Again, my friends, here we are. It's episode 703 of Forge and Fuel, Friends and Family. And it is April the 7th, 2025. And apparently Matilda would like to play. Hey, come here. Come here. What are you doing? Come here. Come here. Come on. Come say hi to the people. Come say hi to the people. Don't you stay out there. You come in here right now. You come into this desk here right now.
Don't be rude.
She is sitting on the other side, literally the other side of the desk. Just won't he? What? God, there's the girl. What's up, baby? Oh, you ass. You ass. You so ass. You're an ass from Assville. That's what you are. Ass from Assville. I don't care what anybody thinks. Hey, come back here. All right, we're going to play this fucking game. In and out, in and out. Yep. Act like you're so abused. What a bunch of... Well, maybe you'll see a little Tilly chicken throughout the show. Who's to say, who's to know? But not right now. However, we got plenty coming your way, even if we don't have a little Tilly appearance, baby. Because, my friends, we are ready on this magnificent Monday. Let me tell you what. Spent some time yesterday finding some clips, finding some vids, doing some thinking, getting into some mindsets, and I compiled a show for you this morning that if you woke up on the wrong side of the bed, I believe you won't even need to get back into bed and roll out of the right side. I think it'll just snap you right into shape, and you'll say, whoa, why am I thinking this way? Oh, boy, okay, all right, Cap, I hear you, And, hey, I'm not talking right to you, but if you need these messages, I don't know who needs to hear it this morning, but they are for you. And my friends, before we dive deep down the rabbit hole, before we can officially begin, before we can get motivated and inspirated for the day, we gotta get the blood flowing. You know, we gotta let the hair down a little bit. We gotta let everybody know we're live in prime time on Forge and Fuel, and we gotta begin this show a very specific way. See, if you don't know, you won't know. But my friends, every single morning I say, in order to have a full day, as the late, great Jim Valvano said, you have to laugh, you got to cry, and you got to think. And on this here fine morning program, we like to check all three of those boxes right off the rip so you can have yourself a full day before 10 a.m. on the East Coast. Now, my friends, I can't tell you how you're going to cry. You may have your emotions move to tears over some of the thoughts that are going to come your way in some of the next segments of the day. Or you may laugh so doggone hard that you have your emotions move to tears. So we may check two boxes right here, right off the rip, but I can assure you that we are going to check box number one, and that is to laugh. So my friends, if you like to chuckle, if you like a good old regular old-fashioned knee slapper from time to time, a good old hearty har. Well, we got plenty coming your way. But before I tell you about those, let me tell you about Mr. Producer of this fine morning program. You've been hearing all types of sounds all over around. The one, the only, Derek DZ Snow, DEEZYY, my man, your guy. What up, D?
Lightweight, baby!
Who? The lightweight slanging, iron pumping, bowling ball bench pressing. Who's to say, who's to know? We might have had a little Smash Bros sesh on Friday. Man, we should have got some video of it, but we were too locked in. I was whooping DZ's ass. You know, hey, after that first little incline, he looked over at me. He goes, I'm done. That's more than I usually do right there. I started laughing, and we got 5 more things in. We absolutely crushed a chest day on Friday. Shout out DEEZYY. And maybe we also took a look at some venues for a specific event that's coming up.
Wait, what?
At the end of June. That's called the J&J Weekend Getaway. that you can now follow on X and Instagram at JNJ_WG. That is J, the letter NJ_WG for J&J Weekend Getaway. Who's to say, who's to know? You might want to give it a follow. Turn on those notification bells. Lots of stuff going to be coming out here sooner rather than later. But back to your morning laughs, as I give you a little sprinkle of alpha, as the kids used to say. Your morning laughs here this morning, we have 1, 2, and 3, as always, coming your way, because why cap it with just 1? 2 doesn't seem good enough, and 3 always seems to get us all the way there. So, my friends, we begin with Vidya number 1, as I have a Matilda hair stuck to my nose. Vidya number 1, my friends, features a young man who was dealing with a lot of pain, a lot of issues, a lot of stress. And maybe you're dealing with the same. Maybe you got a lot of that going on inside of you right now. Maybe just by watching this video, you may find yourself the exact way to cure said ailments. So, my friends, maybe you're not a fan of the vitamins, but maybe after you see just the power that they have right here in this video, friends and family, you may just roll down to your local dispo and pick yourself up some of the finest of the fine. This right here, my friends, is when Grandpa tries his first gummy.
What are you eating over there?
He gave me a gummy.
What happened?
I was sitting there sleeping and I got up, went to the bathroom, and when I came out of there, I got so hungry. I ate a yogurt, I ate half a bowl of pineapple, I ate a bag of potato chips, and I ate a Hostess cake, and I'm still hungry.
Why do you think that is?
I think it's just hunger. I can't even see. Oh, God. Oh, I can't sleep. I can't go laughing.
You're not stressed out anymore, are you?
What's stress? Oh, God. I think I'm going to have a taco.
You're gonna have to go what?
I'm going to have a taco with my burrito. Good deal, Dad.
What's so wrong about it? You know, what's so wrong? That deserves to be a Schedule 1? I mean, come on. Come on. What are we talking about? Grandpa, right at the beginning of the video, you could see he wasn't happy. He didn't have no life to him. He just looked dull. The world looked dull. And then all of a sudden, one little gummy, probably 20 milligrams, and he was feeling the best. He was shining bright. That smile. Whoa! He felt like $1 million. He even said himself, what stress? I don't know what you're even talking about. I can't stop laughing. Boy. Put me in cuffs and throw me in jail if that's illegal, for crying out loud. Thank God I live in one of those legalized states. Shout out to you. Appreciate you for that, Father. Whew. So, my friends, there is your grandpa gummies. If you got grandpa or grandma around and you're tired of seeing them take all those pills and they just can't seem to find the, hey, maybe do what I did. Maybe send a subtle suggestion and then maybe you too will have grandpa or grandma on gummies. My friends, maybe those vitamins don't heal you all the way. Maybe you do actually got to go and see a doctor. Maybe you do have to go into a medical facility, which I typically don't recommend. I would highly suggest just checking out the holistic ways. Maybe look at the medicine map, but do what you got to do. Maybe sometimes you do got to venture into the old oficina of El Doctor. And if you do, there's a lot of ailments going on right now. There's a lot of diseases happening. A lot of things going on. And you might contract this here disease. I have no idea. I'm not even going to tell you about. We're just going to watch this here clip. The second clip of the morning, my friends. There is a serious disease going around, and if you have to go to the doctor for it, or if you are a doctor, please be careful.
I have this lump right here, and I was Googling it, and it said something like dog jaw. I have this lump right here, and I was Googling it, and it said something like dog jaw. I have this lump right here, and I was Googling it, and it said something like dog jaw.
He jumped a foot. I don't care who you are. That's funny. That's funny right there. Hey, next time you go to the doc, hey doc, I got this weird recessed lump. I don't know what it is back here. I was looking on WebMD, they told me I shouldn't do that, but I decided to. It saying something is like dog jaw or something. Let me get it. That's a good one there. That's a good one there. Little case of the dog jaw. Who's to say, who's to know? You can go ahead. I don't think they make any vaccines for that, so you're pretty well fondoozled if you do catch yourself a case of the dog jaw. But who knows? Maybe that allows you to find that beast inside you. Who's to say, who's to know? Catch yourself a case of the dog jaw. maybe you find a whole better version of yourself. Your third laugh of the morning, my friends, is when you have an idea, you have a vision, you have a plan for the way things are going to go, and you run head first right into those plans, and then unfortunately, things don't work out the way you intended them. My friends, this here, your final laugh of the morning, is when things don't go as planned.
Bruh.
Give me one more, Dees. Give me one more. Give me one more. That's too good. That's too good. He is dead. Get him some milk. Down goes Fraser. Down goes Fraser. Holy smokes. Bumbleclad. Hey, Dees, look at you. Hey, damn. Always improving the show. Shout out DWEZYY. Shout out to all you. Hey, fully commit to your dreams and your goals and your visions and your plans. Just notice sometime a big old brick wall or maybe a glass wall that somehow doesn't break pops up right in your path. Just smash into that sucker, fall on the ground, dust off a little bit, and then, maybe decide to make a hard Lucy next time. Just learn from your mistakes. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, there are your 3 morning laughs of this fine morning show. Hope you're feeling good about it. Hope you're feeling great. Hope that funny bone got a little tickled. Hope your abs got a little workout. Hope that knee got slapped a few times. Because, my friends, that's all the morning laughs we have coming your way. However, we have plenty more show to get through on this fine Monday. So without further ado, my friends, it is time to pull out a notebook and a pen or a pencil, maybe an iPad and a magic pen, maybe a piece of parchment and a large feathery quill and a nice big old jar of ink. Whatever you might need to keep track of the knowledge and insights about to come your way, because, my friends, it is time that we get into your first official segment of the day. Without any further hesitation or delay, it is time for your Sharpening Session. Alrighty then, my friends. Here we are back live in prime time for your first official segment of the day, your Sharpening Session, here on episode 703 of Forge and Fuel, baby. Now, if you don't know, you won't know. But this here segment is where we get into the opening topic of the day, usually centered around some type of mindset, motivation, inspiration, something along those lines to get you whipped back into shape. See, it's been a few days since we've seen you. So maybe you've been dealing with some obstacles and you need to get that mindset back right on how to turn them into opportunities. Maybe some losses, how to get them into lessons. Maybe failures, how to see that they're brand new chances to flourish. Whatever it might be for you, it's time to get into that. And maybe you didn't see the opening title of the show, so you don't know where we're about to go. Maybe you didn't see the thumbnail of the day, so you got no clue what I'm about to say. So let me get you all the way up to date before we conversate on your opening topic of this magnificent Monday. Make your life easy. Make your life easy. And you might have read the title. If you did and you saw Make Your Life ESI. Make your life ESI. Yeah, that's right, my friends. Make your life easy. We're talking about easy in a different way today. And I spelled it capital E, capital S, capital I for a very specific reason. Because I was sitting here yesterday. And I was doing some thinking, some debating, some conversating with myself. I said, what should we cover tomorrow? What's a good topic to really get the day started? And I sat back and I looked around and I perused some notes and I still wasn't finding it. And I thought, what in the world? Oh, that's something we haven't talked about in a while. Huh. And I've gained more understanding about it. Maybe I should just bring that to the show. So, my friends, above my door in the studio here hangs 3 words. And they are the E, the S, and the I of how to make your life easy. And they're probably not even close to what you're thinking about. Maybe some of you, my good friend, Ken Buckler, who's always on that energy, frequency, and vibration tip. Maybe you might understand. Maybe some of you have heard. Maybe you've never heard this before. But your 3 words of the morning, my friends, on how to make your life easy, ESI, are Ephatha, Santosha, and Inshallah. So, number 1, Ephatha. What does Ephatha mean? Well, if you don't know, it actually comes from the Bible. If you look it up, if you do any research on it, it's going to tell you it comes from the book of Mark. And it comes from the miracle that Jesus performed on the deaf and the mute man. And typical translations say that when Jesus spit into his mouth and into his eyes, he said, open. Now, Ephatha has a much deeper meaning than that. It means be opened. Not just simply open, be opened. And Ephatha speaks to finding the truth and being open to the possibilities of this world, being open to the knowledge that you are not in the universe, you are of the universe. And the more I tap into Ephatha, and Ken Buckler was the man who first Did my camera go away? No, I'm all right. Sorry. I realize how much they hate the power of live podcast. You got to absolutely love it. What in the world is going on? Did I disappear? Can you see me, Deez? Okay. I don't know why on my screen it's all messed up. All right. Whatever. As long as you guys can see me, my screen's messed up all here, left, right, and center. So, okay. Well, no big deal. So back to Ephatha. Be open. Be open to embracing obstacles as opportunities. I can't see myself, so I'm just going to go with it. And this really speaks to the fact that spirituality and finding your purpose and finding the reasons, it's not a religion. It's the whole point of why we are here on this flat plane, this floating rock, whatever you want to look at it as. And if you are struggling to find a reason for why you're here or a purpose for the things that you are doing, realize that it's much simpler than trying to find it within this world. It can be found within the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, the reason and the purpose. And you begin to see these things only through the power of Ephatha and being open to the truth. If you don't know, Jesus was the original red pill popper, tossing them out to everybody, saying, "Here, see the truth. I am the one. Come to me and I'll give it to you. Seek and ye shall find." But we read the book based on the systems, based on what we have been placed in instead of where we were given. And I thought about the lyric from the Beastie Boys, "Let it flow, let yourself go, slow and low, that is the tempo." That's what Ephatha is all about. Not being too quick, not being too slow, being right in the sweet spot, being open for opportunities, seeing the world as it really is, not falling into the systems, wanting to find your higher self, wanting to break out of the mindsets of the matrix and find the mindsets of the 1% and the super soldiers of this world. Be opened, Ephatha. The next way to make your life easy is the S. Hey, I can see myself now. Come back. That was weird. That was the weirdest thing in the world. Had me all bass-ackwards and confused. But Santosha. What does Santosha mean? Well, I found Santosha back in 2018, 2017, when I was really heavy into yoga. And if you look up Santosha, 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 it means, you will see that it comes from yoga. And it means to be complete in your current state, not wanting, not needing, just being. It speaks to a lack of desire for what others have. Nobody has to see it. Nobody needs it. It not needing what everyone else has. Just simply being fulfilled with what you have. And if you can't be grateful for what you have now, what makes you think that you're going to be grateful for more in the future? If you can't be complete now and feel complete in you, then what makes you think you're going to be complete when you reach some destination or you receive some reward? I argue every single time that you wouldn't be. So those of us who, regardless of the bank account, regardless of the market, regardless of, I haven't even looked at the markets, I'm sure it's blood in the streets right now, regardless of whatever's happening out there, we keep doing the right thing. We don't find our completeness in the world. We find our completeness in the Alpha and the Omega, being open to the reason and the purpose and finding that we're already in it. And it's not something to go searching for, but realizing that it is right here. Santosha speaks to no grasping, no holding on to the wheel of life and trying to do it all yourself. It speaks to letting go, having your hands open for the opportunities and the blessings that are bound to come your way, but will never come your way and will never land in your palms if your hands are always gripped tight around the steering wheel of life or are always put up ready to fight. Maybe sometimes you gotta throw those dukes down. Let go. Stop grasping. Whatever comes, comes. Whatever happens, happens. Be fine with where you're at now. And you'll find that if you stop trying to grasp onto everything, if you stop trying to find completeness in rewards and destinations and relationships and circumstances, and you find completeness in you, you realize you're have this wave of peace and serenity wash over you, because all you're focused on is the completeness and making sure you stay in that Santosha mindset. So you can't do anything but be peaceful and serene in the present moment, because you're not worried about what's coming in the future. You're not concerned about the mistakes you made in the past. You're locked in right now, ready to go. Santosha, complete in your current state. So Ephatha, Santosha, what's the I? How to make your life easy. What's the I? The I is Inshallah. And I found this too back in 2017, 2018. It has now become incredibly popular in Western society. And all these people who seem to want to pursue Islam, which is the worst thing that you could do. I'm sorry, I'm saying it right here live in primetime. Please get out of that book. Get out of that religion. Stop it. Every major terrorist organization in this world follows that religion. It is not. Stop it. Repent and turn your life. I'm telling you right now. Spoke it to my heart. Needed to say that. Please, don't take this word as being part of that. Realize the power of this word. Inshallah means God willing. If God wills it, and it comes from the word or from the phrase, not my will, but yours be done. Not my will, but yours be done. It is not my actions, my accomplishments, all the things that what I think that does anything in this life. It's all through him. And if he wills it, if it is in his will, if it is in his purpose, if it is on the path, then it's going to happen. And if you just believe that, that's all you need. But if it is not on the path, if you're like one of those princes way over there in left field or way over there in right field, not focused on the path, not focused on the light at the kingdom, then yeah, maybe it will never happen. Because maybe it's you trying to force your will into this world. And yes, we have free will, but we also have a purpose and a reason why we were put here. And Inshallah speaks to just putting your best effort in and let God handle the rest. Stop thinking so much. Stop worrying so much. Stop putting yourself and twisting yourself into knots. Just relax. Do the best you can. Do what you know how to do. And if it is meant to happen, it will. There is nothing mere men or mere circumstances can do to you when the greatest power in the universe is on your side. But far too often we sit closer to the world. We sit closer to our problems. We dive deeper into the matrix instead of finding ways to get out of it, sitting further away from our problems and the nonsense and the muck and the mire, and sitting closer to the one who made the whole thing and already knows that we're going to make it through. Why wouldn't you want that? Make your life easy. Be open to the truth. Be open to the reasons why we're here. Be open to the knowledge. Spirituality isn't a religion. It's something you can tap into at will and find that the Alpha and the Omega is the beginning, the end, the reason, and the purpose. And you are the line in between. There is no beginning and end to you because he puts you here and he takes you home. You have no beginning and no end. Whatever you have while the time you got is what you got. So you can either Ephatha to that, know that knowledge, or you can stay closed and not know it and not pursue your life in that way and know that you have this line in between the beginning of him and the end of him, and you're going to still be with him. So why don't you just do everything for him while you're here instead of doing it for man and pursuing things for man and doing what other people want you to do? Santosha, not design what others have. Doing what feels good in you. Knowing that everything you're pursuing is to build the best version of you. And you can have the greatest ideas in the world. the best plan, the best vision, everything possible. But inshallah, it may or may not happen. And I remember every single time Khabib Nurmagomedov, he would say inshallah. Inshallah. He's obviously Dagestani from the mountains, right? They practice that religion. And he would say inshallah. And it was simply to say this is all for him. I have given my best effort. I've put in the training. I've done everything I possibly can. Not my will, but his be done. I'm releasing control. I am the vessel. I'm going to go in the cage, and I'm going to let the world see what he does for me. So, my friends, life can be easy even when it's hard. ESI, even when it's hard. JK big time. Think about these quotes. If these thoughts are real deep for you this morning, you think, Hifata Santosha, it's holy smokes. I gotta do some research. I gotta do some thinking. That's all right. They are deep. It is very deep thoughts for sure. But think of it even this simpler. Life can be easy even when it's hard. Live this life like water off a duck's back. That's the thumbnail of the day. That's why there's a duck coming out of water and the water's just falling off of him. He doesn't hold any water. If a duck held water on top of him, he'd start drowning. But he doesn't hold water. It just falls right off the side. If you want even more of a visual, wear this life like a loose garment. Like your favorite shawl or sweatshirt or whatever. It's just nice and baggy and it's comfy and you just love it, man. Stop wearing this life like a turtleneck. All buttoned up, oh shit, I don't know what I'm doing. This sucks. Oh my gosh. Nobody wants to wear a turtleneck. Stop living life like you're wearing a turtleneck. Wear this life like a loose garment and realize how easy it becomes. So, my friends, that there is how to make your life easy, even when it's hard. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you like those thoughts and those perspectives. I just now am able to see myself for the first time on this entire program. I don't know what the heck was going on there. I just totally disappeared. And now I'm back. So that's cool. I like being able to kind of see what's going on and how, something fall over or, hey, make sure it looks good and centered. It's kind of nice to be able to have yourself a monitor. I get that's why they have a monitor and I couldn't see myself. But good thing I got these. And he was saying I was looking okay. So, hey, here we are live in the prime time. So there you have it, my friends. Ifatha, Santosha, and Inshallah. That does it for your first segment of the day, my friends. Hope we got those gears turning and a-burning. Because it is time to keep this proverbial show train steaming on down towards the tracks of change, all the way to Perspective Station. As we get into your second segment of the day, my friends, it is time to do a little reacting, do a little refining on some more topics of mindset, motivation, and inspiration as we get into your Reaction Refinery. Alrighty then, my friends. I don't know what is going on today on this side of the screen. I keep disappearing, reappearing, disappearing. I don't know. Maybe it's something I did on my computer. I don't know. I'm gonna have to check something out. I did clear my cache because a bunch of the apps were running slow, so maybe that messed something up. Who's to say? Who's to know? Whatever. But here we are now, live in prime time for your second segment of the day, my friends and family. Hey, maybe it's time for a little heat up. Little fresh Joe in the cup, don't you know? Little shot of peace, love, and positivity. Ooh.
Oh, yeah!
Ooh, that's a quality cup of Joe. All right. My friends and family. Oh, man, it's a real good cup. I'm going to keep that a little closer to me. Doggone, I might sip on this as we get into your first clip of the morning. my friend, that features a young man we've had on this program before, I think a few times. Hard not to have him on this program when he is one of the elite motivational speakers in our world today. He goes by the name of Simon Sinek, and he's here to give us some perspective this morning on why our brains don't understand don't.
Brain cannot comprehend the negative. It is incapable. Yes, it's true. I'll give you an example. You ready? Don't think of an elephant. Ah. Yeah, I know. You can't tell the human brain not to do something, right? And so what happens is we very often reinforce things when we put things in the negative. It's such a huge thing to convert things into the affirmative. You're supposed to do it with children as well. We're supposed to say, instead of saying to children, don't eat on the couch, we're supposed to say, eat at the table, right? We tell people what we want them to do, not what we don't want to do. Pilots know this, right? It is well known in the pilot community that when you tell a pilot, don't hit the obstacle, they'll hit the obstacle. Because what they're doing is focusing on the obstacle. Skiers know this. If you say don't hit a tree, you'll hit a tree. You won't be able to find a path because all you see is millions of trees. If you say only follow the path, you actually don't see any trees. There's actually very sparse trees. There's plenty of path, there's plenty of snow. It's the same thing for you. If you focus on the obstacles, all you will see is obstacles. If you focus on the path through the trees, all you will see is path through the trees. It's your choice how you choose to perceive your own career. It's literally perspective.
150%, my friends. Man, our brain does not understand the negative, but it's how the system wires us to believe and think and talk to ourselves. I can't, I won't, I shouldn't. Oh, I'm a dumbass. You say that stuff, you speak it right into existence. You put it out into the world. You know, let's say you're wanting to create a business or start an event or whatever it might be. Oh, I don't think I can get X amount of people to the event. Boom, you just put it out into the world. That ain't gonna happen anymore. You know, we've been talking about the J&J weekend getaway, and some people have been bringing up some things to me, and I said, no, don't stop. I don't mean to cut you off, but that's putting bad energy out into the world. That's saying, I don't think people will. I don't know. No. We're going to have 40 people there. It is going to be an electric event. It is going to be an amazing time. I already see the vision in the people. I've been visualizing it. I already see the moments that are happening. I just have to continue to build it and bring it into reality June 27th through the 29th. It's that simple. It already exists. It's already out there. It came together way too easy for me not to continue to pursue it. So we've had to make a few pivots, had to make a few adjustments, and we keep going. You know, this past weekend, me and Dees, we went and looked at some venues. We checked some stuff out, and we got some information, and we could have very easily thrown the towel in. So you know what? Hey, all right, we've given it the college try. We can't do this. No way. I don't think so. But we kept talking. We kept working through it, and we hit a brick wall and another brick wall and another brick wall. We went back and forth a little bit, and we're just like, what the fuck, man? And then finally, when we stopped worrying, Dee said something. He said, you know, it's either going to happen or it's not. Whatever comes. Santosha. Wasn't living by my own damn advice. Hi, I miss the mark sometimes too. I'm a humming bean. I'm not perfect. Even though it might look like it on this damn show, I'm not. I still miss the mark. I still fall short of the glory of God, but thanks to his grace, I get a new opportunity every single day. I am not perfect, my friends, but I promise you, I just don't have the ability to quit. And we just keep talking through it. In the moment, we just let go. Said it's either going to happen or it's not. We found the answer. The opportunity popped in front of itself. And I said, whoa, wait a minute, Dees. Thanks, God. Thank you. That didn't need to happen, and it did. I always give the glory and the credit. I promise you guys, this is not me. And I don't just say it just to be cool and cute and fall in line with all these people who are now coming on microphones and saying, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. I've been beating the book since I first started this thing. And it's just gotten more and more powerful because I've understood even more that it's It's not about religion. It's just about the relationship. And when you find the relationship, you find all these secrets of that the negative doesn't exist. It's all in the positive. And you have the ability to speak on what you want to do, not what you don't want to do. Stop saying the things that you don't want to happen. Stop even working them into the plan. Stop putting plan B out into the world, because then plan B has to be an option. If all you focus on is plan A and throw everything at it, then plan A becomes the reality. But if you give yourself a plan B and a plan C, then you're going to end up plan A, plan B, plan C. You're going to be reality A, reality B, reality C, and you're going to be all twisted in damn knots and figuring out, how the hell did I get here? I had this passion way over here, and here I am so far off the path, I don't even know what to do. Because you were worried about the system. You were worried about money. You were worried about your wants and needs, when it literally says it in the book. Stop asking me, just do. I know what you need before you even ask, because I made you. Stop worrying, stop thinking, stop fretting about tomorrow. It has enough problems of its own. Why don't you just worry about today? Focus on today and forget today. Push your toes into the ground. Think about this moment and just be positive in this moment. Don't worry about what's coming, what happened, the marks you missed, the marks you might miss. Hit the mark right now. Santosha, be complete now. Stop worrying about all the don'ts and don't haves and coulda, shoulda, wouldas. Just be in the do. Be in the now. And if you just take one simple action, one small move every single day, forget day. I'm sorry. You take one small move, one moment at a time. Oh, Matt. You realize how clear the path is. But when you start looking so far down the path, you start throwing stones in front of you, and it becomes this rocky, tumultuous, treacherous journey, and you fall down more than you need to. The path is smooth. Stop throwing rocks in front of you. One step at a time, one moment at a time. Speak to yourself positive. Get out of the negative. Shout out Simon Sinek.
He's on fire!
Whoa. Hey, shout out. Shout out, Tees. Your second clip of the morning, my friends, features another young man. I can't think of his name. I tried searching for him. I was looking for the podcast. I ran out of time. I said, I got other things to do. We'll give him a shout out. If somebody knows who he is, drop it in the chat or whatever. You might see his face and he's got a shout out on this show. I don't know. I'm sorry. I hate doing that. I always like giving credit. However, we're joined by this young man here this morning. I actually should blame the person who posted it. Why didn't he put his name in the doggone thing? He found the clip and didn't give the guy the credit. That's not my fault. The guy the clip. I'm putting it on him. I'm passing the buck. That's not my fault. Who's to know? Your second clip of the morning, my friends, features some thoughts, perspective on that internal antenna and the fastest way to read someone.
Fastest way to read a human being, number one way, is to keep one question in your head. It is, what does this person want me to feel about them? And what do they want me to notice? Number one. So what do they want me to notice about them? And that's going to show you the beginnings of understanding the mask that people wear.
You might have missed that. Run that back. Run that back, D's. Run that back one more time. Oh, or not. There we go. Here we go.
The fastest way to read a human being, number one way, is to keep one question in your head. It is, what does this person want me to feel about them? And what do they want me to notice? Number one. So what do they want me to notice about them? And that's going to show you the beginnings of understanding the mask that people wear.
That's deep. That's deep. And you know, I've always hung my hat on my internal antenna. You know, sometimes I've struggled in life. I'll have the internal antenna going, beep, 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 beep. Wrong person. Get him out of your life. And I say, nah, shut up. I'll see the red flags waving. Nah. I missed the mark there too. But I've always had this ability to see what people want, what they're trying to get me to see. And I never really understood. I never made the connection. Why is my internal antenna so good? Why do I just know what to do? Why do I know what people are on? Within 5 seconds, I know exactly what you're about. Boom, right off the rip. It is just something that God blessed me with. And it's because I have that ability. And hopefully you now will start to apply that too. What is this person trying to get me to feel? What are they trying to get me to see? And it's why people ask you, oh, what do you do? I tell them I'm in networking and entertainment. Well, what do you do with that? I got a couple of podcasts. I make a little content, host a couple events, just a little of this, a little of that, helping people become the best versions of themselves. Oh, okay, well, for sure. And then they proceed to tell me how they're the executive managerial vice president over the territory, northern, western, southern, Pacific coasts, and how they do this and they do that. And you're still answering to somebody. Oh, you're still locked in the system. Oh, you believe in the system. Oh, you think that company cares about you. Oh, okay, I know exactly where we're at right now. All right, perfect. What is somebody trying to get you to see? What are they trying to get you to feel? And if you can find those answers, you too will grow the power of that internal antenna, and it will start beep, 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 beep. When you are in the wrong situation, wrong circumstance, you're around the wrong people, it will be like that. 5 seconds. I promise you, 5 seconds, someone stands in front of me. I know exactly the tip you're on. And it is just because of this exact mindset right here. Shout out to that young man. That's some good stuff right there. The fastest way to read someone. But your third clip of the morning, my friends, coming your way without any further hesitation or delay, features a man who I am a massive fan of. Would love nothing more than to have a high-level conversation with him, because I've been paying attention to him long before he's been on the podcast scene. Long before anybody started taking notice of him and wanting him to be on their show. Long before he was the man that he is today. See, if you don't know, you won't know. But I'm a big fan of the mafia. See, I had some relatives of mine that used to sit around the table with Al Capone. I used to have some relatives that may or may not have had some fun in Chicago back in the day. And I've always had just this thing in my brain where I got to research the mob and I got to know about him. And I just love it. Oh, muerta, the code of silence, my friends. And here this morning, a man who has not necessarily broken the code of silence, tells us a little bit, little of this, little of that, but still keeps it kind of behind wraps. So who's to say, who's to know what we learned this morning from the legendary Michael Franzese as he joins us for some perspective on being kind.
Tell me in a different way. And he used to say to me, always be nice to the little people. And
yes.
he didn't mean that offensive.
No.
He didn't mean to be offensive.
Right.
He said, but the guy that parks your car, the waiter that comes,
yes.
the person that takes your coat, be nice to them because they're the people that appreciate your niceness. It's not the people on top.
No.
It's those kind of people. My dad used to tell me in a different way. And he used to say to me, always be nice to the little people. And
yes.
he didn't mean that offensive.
No.
He didn't mean to be offensive.
Right.
He said, but the guy that parks your car, the waiter that comes,
yes.
the person that takes your coat, be nice to them because they're the people that appreciate your niceness. It's not the people on top.
No.
It's those kind of people.
Be kind to the little guy. Be nice to the little guy, man. How powerful is that? And that's why I talk about it ad nauseum on this show. Take an opportunity to have that conversation with the dollar store clerk. I haven't talked about Miss Kathy in a long time because I haven't seen Miss Kathy in a long time. I might have to just make a special trip into Dollar Tree just to say, hey, And for those of you who don't know Miss Kathy, that was simply a young lady, a clerk at a dollar store. Not a young lady, she's probably in her 60s, and a black lady, and I'm a young white man, would never see the connection in today's society. Oh, we're white and black, we can't ever be friends. So stupid. And I saw her in line. There's a bunch of people just treating her like shit, just saying, hey, not even asking her how she was doing. And I got up in line and I saw her name and I said, Miss Kathy, how you doing on this beautiful whatever day? I'm fine. How are you? And whatever. Oh, I'm spectacular. Matter of fact, if I was any better, I'd be twins. But I don't know if the world could handle two of me, so I just stayed at one. Cracked a little smile. I said, so what's going on? A busy day today, man. Everybody's scowling around here. I don't know why. It's sunshine outside. It's nice weather. Everybody acting like they got pissed in their Cheerios. Smile got a little bit more. Had a little convo, whatever. And then through the next weeks, I would go in every single Friday. More and more, that smile got turned up. More and more and more. And then eventually, it got to the point where she was waiting at the door for me. Would greet me with a hug. A Dollar Tree employee that I didn't even know a few months ago, greeting me at the door with a hug. And people would see, what is this? I say, hey, that's my ma right there. You better treat her with respect. Can't you see the family resemblance? And everybody started laughing. And then there was one of the most powerful moments I'd ever had. I didn't know her. I did not know Miss Kathy. That is how that relationship started. Me wanting to be the light in her day. And one time after I got all my goodies, I set them down. I walked behind the counter to give her a hug. She gave me a hug and she pulled away, kind of held on to me, and she looked at me. She said, I love you. And it just brings tears to my eyes even thinking about it right now. And I said, I love you too, Miss Kathy. Thanks for always being the light in my day. And she said, no. Thank you for being the light in mine. And it's that simple. It's that simple. Dee saw it live in prime time on Friday. I said it on this show. The front desk girl at my gym, when I first started going there, scowling, hands crossed, arms crossed, whatever. Hey, what's going on? Whatever. Me and Deez are walking out of the gym. She sees me. Now she says, hey, have a great rest of your day. I say, you too, young lady. That's what I'm talking about. And now every single time I come in, I shared it last week. She has that same energy, the vibe. She knows what it is. She started to get a little negative last week. Oh, I'm just staring out the window at this rain. I said, what? Whoever says sunshine brings happiness has never danced in the rain. Sounds like you need to go do a little skipping. And she just started laughing. I said, girl, you think I ain't got something for everything? Quit that negativity bullshit. And she just started laughing. You can be that light. It's not weird. It's not goofy. It might be to the average person because they're 99% and all they're thinking about is negativity. All they're thinking about is the things they can't do. All they're thinking about is the don't. They don't understand that it's all about do. They don't understand OMAT. They don't understand Ifatha, Santosha, and Inshallah. So let them not understand it. And you be the light. You be the energy. You be the source. And even if you walk in a room of 1,000 people and only one person notices you, notices the energy, and changes the way they're acting because of it, then you did your job. And even if nobody changes and you still bring the light and the energy and you still do what you know is right, then you still did your job. So my friends, be kind to those people. The waiters, the clerks, the this, the that. You never know who that person is. And you never know what connection they might be able to make for you. I've seen it happen in my own life. Some of my most powerful connections in my network are simple waiters and waitresses that just have the ability to talk and have made an amazing network off of customers that have come in to eat a couple of appetizers and have a few glasses of wine. Who's to say, who's to know? Be kind. Your final clip of the morning comes from a movie. I'm not exactly sure what movie, so I would tell you, but I can't tell you. However, I can tell you, it is on a very powerful subject. It's gonna smack you square in the soul. So hang on tight. Grab those, maybe hold on to your pen and your notepad. I'm talking about just hang on tight. Because, my friends, your final clip of the morning is upon us as we get into some thoughts on the secret behind the struggle.
What do you suppose is in the cocoon, Charlie?
I don't know, a butterfly, I guess?
No, it's much more beautiful than that. That's a moth cocoon. It's ironic, butterflies get all the attention, but moths, they spin silk. They're stronger, they're faster.
That's wonderful, but...
You see this little hole? This moth's just about to emerge. It's in there right now, struggling. It's digging its way through the thick hide of the cocoon. Now, I could help it. Take my knife, gently widen the opening, and the moth would be free. But it would be too weak to survive. The struggle is nature's way of strengthening it.
Struggle is nature's way of strengthening it. Struggle is nature's way of strengthening it. Struggles is nature's way of strengthening us. And there is no triumph without trial. There is no lesson without loss. There is no opportunity to flourish without a failure. It's the yin and yang of life. You can't know light without knowing the dark. You can't know hot without knowing cold. You can't know good without knowing evil. And sometimes you got to go through the trial and the tribulation just so you can get to the triumph. Not sometimes, all the time. It's the fact of life. And the sooner you can realize that adversity is not in your life to tear you down, to destroy you, to obliterate you, but it is to expose the best version of you and to help you learn and grow. Adversity can become your best friend when you realize anytime it arrives in your life, it is simply there to help you learn and grow. The same with obstacles, trials, tribulations, losses, failures. Anytime that arises in your life, know that triumph is just on the other side. Know that opportunity awaits right around the other corner. It is right there. And remember that the greater the struggle, the harder the trial, the deeper the tribulation, the higher you shall rise in the triumph. Know that if it feels like the worst moment of your life, that nothing makes sense anymore, that you don't know up from down, know that so many of the people you look up to, the greats of our society, have been right there. And the difference between the 99% and them is that they chose not to pack it in. They chose to lean into the struggle because they knew the strength it would bring. And I posted out this quote over the weekend, and I think it's just so doggone powerful. Let me fall if I must fall. The one I will become will catch me. Whew. Let me fall flat on my face, because I know the more I fall, the stronger I get. I have to lift myself up. I can't help but get stronger. The one I will become through the fire and the flame will carry me to fortune. All it takes is believing that. All it takes to go all the way back is Ephatha. Be open to that knowledge. Be open to the blessings. Be open to what you were here for. Santosha, be content. Not content or you will repent, but be complete with where you're at. Be grateful for what you have now so you can be grateful for when you have more in the future. And be all right with the fall. Fall flat on your face, and God willing, you'll get back up again and you'll keep walking down the doggone path. It's the only difference between the greats, the 1%, and the 99%. The 99% sees the struggle and they stay in it. The 1% sees the struggle, they go through it, and they find the strength. Fourth clip of the morning, my friends. Ha! Shout out. The secret behind the struggle. Be kind. The fastest way to read someone and your brain doesn't understand. Don't. Hope you enjoyed that. I see a bunch of you humming beans live in prime time in the chat over there, so must have been tripping a few triggers. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out to all of you tuning into the show. And with that, we've come to the end of your second segment of the day. And it's time to get into your third and final segment of the morning. My friends, this is where we connect with you. It's where we get off the proverbial show train and we hop on the show boat and surf through the waves of wisdom with you. We see what you got to say. The live viewer, baby. So if you've had something burning on the brain, melting on the heart, festering on the soul, while you've been watching this program this morning, maybe you could take just a moment to throw it over there in the live chat if you haven't already. Whether it's some additional knowledge or insights on a topic we've covered, maybe some perspective down a rabbit hole we didn't touch on, maybe a question in relation to one of the topics, or even a question to one of those obstacles you're dealing with in your life and how you might need a little help turning it into an opportunity. Whatever it might be, my friends, now is your chance to drop it over there in the live chat. And after we get through this transition, I'm going to shift up on the screen and we'll start popping them bad boys out one at a time. Nah, man. As we get into your third and final segment of the day, it is time for your Answers from the Anvil. Okie dokie artichokes. Here we are back live in prime time for your third and final segment of the day. Your Answers from the Anvil here on episode 703 of Forge and Fuel on this magnificent Monday, April the 7th, 2025. And I hope you've been coming alive. Speaking of, I've been seeing that chat live all morning long, so I know there's at least a few people been having some triggers tripped this morning. So DEEZY, shift me up, my guy. Who we got out there live in prime time bringing some vibes into episode 703 chat? Grammy P, the first one in the building. Great morning, GP. Happy Monday, family. Best way to start your day here at FNF. Blessings to all. Blessings right back to you, GP. Appreciate you, all your love and support of this show and the Diamond Hand fam. Speaking of love and support of this show and the Diamond Hand fam, our friends over at Radio Free Hub City, shout out to the legendary Mr. Ken Buckler. It's Monday. Go out there and seize the week. Love you all. We love you, Mr. Buckler. Shout out to Mrs. Buckler if you're around there. And the beautiful Miss BB. We appreciate all of you amazing humming beans. Our friends over at Albright's Fur Farm, the legendary Mr. Jared Albright. Great morning, everyone. God gave us another day. Let us use it wisely. Oh, Matt Capp. Hey, I didn't even see that. We pulled it out, baby. Come on, Jared Albright. We were on the same page, kid. That's what I'm talking about. Love to see your super soldier mindset leveling up every single day, buddy guy. Appreciate the hell out of you. Can't wait to see you at the end of June. Woo-hoo-hoo! Shout out, Jared and Jared Albright. Kim Jones, Mama Capp live in the building. Great morning, Mama Bear. Courage is very important. Like a muscle, it is strengthened by use. Woo-hoo-hoo! Mama Bear dropping that fire flame heat in the chat this morning. Shout out to you. Love you. Thanks for all your endless love and support of this program and the Diamond Hand fam. Our girl, Demetra. Great morning, everyone. Great morning, Demetra. Demetra might have got to meet her little DEEZY live in prime time on Friday. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out to you, D. Always great to see you live in the chat. Who else we got? The beautiful Bella Rossi. Great morning, Mama Snow. Fantastic morning, everyone. Fantastic morning right back to you. Hey, where's the emojis? What's going on? We only got words this morning. Where's the energy? Where's the vibes? It doesn't feel right. What's going on? Shout out to you, Mama Snow. We love you. Appreciate you being in the chat as always. Brian Live Dog Livingston, busier than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. The hardest hardwood Ah, shit, I haven't said this in a long time. The hardest working hardwood hauling humming bean on this planet. There we go. That's what I was looking for. Shout out to you, Live Doggy Dog, GM Diamond Handers, GM to you, my friend. Open 24. Great morning, family. Gratitude is the attitude. You better believe it. Shout out to you, Open. Appreciate the hell out of you. All you're in the support of everything we do. Mrs. Metal live in the chat, one half of the Metal Crazies. She has her usual morning reminder. She says, great morning, fam. Happy Monday. Today's reminder is kindness is loaning someone your strength instead of reminding them of their weakness. Woo-wee! Now go be great in their face on purpose and crush the day. Oh! Thanks for that reminder. That's some good stuff right there, Mrs. Metal. I'm going to leave that where it is. I ain't got no more perspective on that. That's fire flame right there. Shout out to you. Appreciate you being live in prime time, as always. Jeff Oglesby, the man, the myth, the legend, GM, F&F crew, and my DHMG family. Shout out to you, Mr. Oglesby. Great to see you live in prime time, as always. Hope you're having a solid start to the day down there in Missouri. Voodoo, damn son. Shout out to you, Voodoo. Appreciate the hell out of you being live in prime time. Hope you got some great perspective. Hope you're crushing. I know you're crushing the damn game over there. Appreciate the hell out of you tuning in, taking some time. I know you're a busy chicken sucker. It's always great to see you live in prime time. Shout out, Voodoo. Appreciate the hell out of you, guy. The Gateway, where we all leave our masks at the door. Bingo! Maybe if you're a part of a group of humming beans that aren't trying to sell you anything and aren't trying to get you to feel a type of way other than believing in yourself again, and aren't trying to get you to feel some type of way about them, maybe that's how you start to find the secrets of this thing called life, and you start to really find success. And maybe we just have a entire place created for that. That is called the Gateway. Who's to say, who's to know? Shout out Jared Albright. Appreciate you bringing that reminder to the show. Mrs. Metal, the little guys are the reason this whole world turns around. So be nice to them. Absolutely. Could not agree more. Be nice to the little guys. It's free to be kind every time. Oh, we haven't said that in a long time. Shout out Mama Bear. Great reminder. Woo! It's free to be kind every time. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings live in prime time in the chat. Appreciate you starting your day the right way and sharing some of your thoughts and your vibes with us there in the live chat, baby. Can't thank you enough. Only helps us continue to go and flow on the third segment of the day. So thanks for hopping in. And if you don't usually hop in, well, get in, man. Whether you're on YouTube, on X, on Rumble, the live chat is open and we see them all. So whatever you're tuning in from, drop it down and we'll be more than happy to bring it on around. We love connecting with you new humming beings that might find this show just on a random Monday morning. Who's to say, who's to know? But my friends, that does it for your 1, 2, and 3 segments of the day. Couple of reminders for you before we get out of here, baby. Jared Albright did give you all a subtle reminder, but I'll give you another one. If you're not already in the Gateway, I highly suggest you do so, friends and family, because not only is it a place where you can connect with us post-show, learn more about what's going on with F&F and Decoding the Divide, but also you can find the best version of you. You can get mental growth, physical growth, financial growth, and any type of personal and professional development that you're looking for, because I promise you, we got somebody inside the fam that has been there and done that. And if you think you're going through an obstacle that just nobody in the world could ever help you through, I promise you, we got the right people to help you turn it into an opportunity. And that's not something I take lightly. I don't promise things if I don't mean them. And I promise it because it's happened in my life. This group of humming beings has taken me to the next level. They have helped my journey. And my friends, they can help your journey too. So if you're ready to get on the consistent, persistent pursuit of being a 1%er, of solidifying yourself as a super soldier, of being part of a group of humming beings who live life on easy ESI mode, maybe it's time to be part of the Diamond Ham fam. And did we mention we give you 7 days for free? You don't even have to pay a penny to check out what we do. You can slide through, peep it all out. and then decide whether you want to be a full-time member for the rest of your life or not. But your prerogative. Slide on through. We'll sure be happy to see you when you do.
Oh, yeah!
Also, if you're looking for some show swag or any other fresh threads as the weather starts to warm up here a little bit, we did drop a new collection on Mine and Shine Apparel last week. It is the Spring into Fresh Threads collection. Got 3 t-shirts in there, 2 tanks. Nice little easy, something nothing crazy, just a nice little drop. And then once it gets a little more warmer, we got some other things up the sleeves. So this is just a little hold you over until it gets real nice outside. So make sure you check out Mine and Shine Apparel. And breaking, hit me with it, D's. We got breaking news. We got breaking news. That's right, my friends. If you haven't seen it, if you don't know, you won't know. But the J&J Weekend Getaway is a full go. We had a monthly networking meeting on last Thursday to discuss everything that's coming, talk about ticket prices, talk about hotel, the venues, everything. The Diamond Hand fam, they know what's coming their way for the J&J Weekend Getaway 2025, 3rd annual, and soon all of you will too. For now, you can stay up to date if you're thinking about the J&J Weekend Getaway this year, because it's the 3rd annual. What are you doing? It's in Chicago. What do you do? It's the 3rd annual. I mean, come on. You're not showing up for the 3rd annual? You waited around on you played around some more on year 2. And now here, year 3 is staring you right down the barrel, and you ain't going to pull the doggone trigger? Are you crazy? My friends, if you want to stay up to date, I would highly suggest you give a follow both on X and Instagram or whatever platform you enjoy to the page, the J&J Weekend Getaway. It is at JNJ_WG. That is J, the letter N, J_WG, all in capital letters, J&J_Weekend Getaway, JNJ_WG. And you will see all the updates, all the announcements. There's going to be pictures coming out from the last 2 years, videos, all types of threads, different things. And of course, you'll be able to get your tickets. You'll see all the information. It will all be broken down, all the venues, all the different things we're going to be doing around town. And if you don't know, you won't know. We're going to be in the North Shore. So if you've never been to Chicago, the North Shore is probably the nicest area of all the entire city. I absolutely love it. It is the Lincolnshires, the Skokies, the Wilmettes, the Glencoes, all up in that area. And we have put together an absolutely amazing event. And the prices that we have got for some things are absolutely bananas for being in the area that we're in. So don't wait. Don't hesitate. Get on over to the pages, J&J Weekend Getaway. You'll be seeing things constantly reposted from DHMG and from me and DZ and all over the place, all the other fam. So stay up to date there, and we'll continue to roll out more and more information. You'll see it all over the place for the 3rd annual J&J Weekend Getaway, the final weekend of June 27th, 28th, 29th, live in prime time in Chicago, Illinois. We got it all handled, all inclusive. I'm talking entertainment, beautiful venues, food covered for you, drink covered for you, transportation covered for you this year. We're taking that up another notch. The hotel block, gorgeous hotel. Me and Deez went and looked at it, and it's in a primo location. I'm telling you, we did number 1 real well. Number 2 was a banger, but it's good we know how to take notes, because number 3, we have literally come up with something that may have now handled every single thing that we didn't have handled in the past. Now, there may be a little couple areas, of course, still to adjust and to learn from, but I'm telling you what, the 3rd annual J&J Weekend Getaway is not the event to miss out on. It is going to be the event of the summer, so make sure you're there. We are capping it, so as soon as tickets drop, get there. It's capped at 55 this year. We're not going anymore. So if you are ready to, we like to keep it exclusive, tight, knit. It'll still keep getting bigger as the years go on, but right now we're going to cap it at that, and that'll be where it's going to be. So I would get a little urgency going on. As soon as you see something, don't be hesitating or delaying. Just get your damn ticket, secure your spot, get your flight, make sure your happy ass is here, and then just let the days tick by, and we'll see you for the Chi-Town Get Down, June 27th, 28th, and 29th, the 3rd annual J&J Weekend Getaway. I got to put the links to the J&J Weekend Getaway. Let me, socials below, because I'm just about to remind you that you can find all the links to, well, soon the J&J Weekend Getaway. All of our pertinent, well, you can find information on the J&J Weekend Getaway on our website. You can see it on our other social media platforms and all over the place, here, there, and everywhere. If you just go down to this episode's description and check out all of those links located down there. And while you're laughing looking at those links, maybe you could take a moment to smash the subscribe button, turn on a notification bell, or maybe even hit a like button as well. What I'm trying to tell you is if you could just please take a moment to smash! Holy shit. That was hot. Woo! That'll wake you up on a Monday morning out of whatever buttons you see on your screen, as it only helps us continue to grow and flow and make this here show and all the shows that fall under the Diamond Hand Media Group umbrella bigger and better for each and every one of you. My friends, that's all we got coming your way on this magnificent Monday. We appreciate the hell out of each and every one of you for starting your day the right way here at FNF, baby. But for right now, as James Brown once said, this is a man's world. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. I'm sorry. It's time to get on up and get on nah. But before we do, a couple of things I'd appreciate if you'd allow me to remind you. Number one, even a 2-year-old can make an excuse. Number two, even a dead fish can go with the flow. What? And number three, being that this here show is a member of the Diamond Hand Media Group, I ask you keep in mind that DHMG, we don't only HOLD, we hold each other up. And right now is one hell of a time to flex those diamond hands. Shout out to all you beautiful humming beings tapped in, tuned in, locked in, live in prime time that started your day the right way here at Forge and Fuel, baby. We appreciate the hell out of you for investing your most valuable assets, your time and your attention here with us this morning. You could have invested them 1,000,001 other ways, and the fact that you did here, we are forever grateful. We'll continue to pay back that investment to you by showing up each and every day on the consistent, persistent pursuit of our passions and being right by your side while you pursue yours. But for now, my friends, it's time for us to slide on up out of here. Go get this magnificent Monday really crack-a-lacking and go crush through any obstacles that stand in our way, turning them straight into opportunities, baby. However, we must also remind you that you are kind, you are smart, you are important, and you are loved. Go share this energy with the world outside. Shine so bright they don't know what time of day it is when you're around. Turn a couple of those frowns upside down. Maybe hold it down and let them know what group you come from. Those 1%ers, those super soldiers, those diamond handers. We'll catch you on the flip side, my friends, in another show, another live chat, maybe a regular chat, maybe a comment section, a VC, a DM group chat, or even the gateway, baby. Wherever our paths shall cross, you know what the vibe shall be. But until then, friends and family, we officially bid thee adieu. And we say unto you, peace and love.
Are you behind on your credit card bills? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Is your landlord ready to evict you? Good, pick up the phone and start dialing. Does your girlfriend think